Kitchener-Waterloo.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Over the last 14 years, Ontario has made so little progress for families who need and deserve quality childcare. Currently, there are only enough licensed spaces for 1 in 5 Ontario families. We know people in Ontario pay the highest childcare fees in Canada. We know people in Ontario have the poorest access to quality care for their children. Experts in the field continue to say we do not even have a childcare system in the province of Ontario. By default, your government has left the creation of these spaces to the private market, Premier. Later today, we will be debating my private member's bill, Bill 92, which will ensure that childcare in Ontario is high quality, accessible, and affordable. My question is simple. Do you really believe that childcare in Ontario should be delivered by for-profit operators?
Minister responsible for early years and childcare.
Minister responsible for children and youth services.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I want to thank the member opposite for this question. You know, I want to make sure that as we transform and really deliver the childcare that Ontarians need in our province, that we are doing our best to help all Ontarians across the province. What that means, after consulting with thousands of Ontarians around the province, is that they want choice. They want choice and they want affordability. And the forms that comes in is many different forms, not just one option. So, Mr. Speaker, absolutely, you know, when it comes to not-for-profit childcare spaces, we understand how important that is. That's why our past capital investments have only gone to school-based not-for-profit childcare spaces. We also understand that 77% of childcare licensed centres that are out there are either non-profit or operated by First Nations. So we want to give parents in rural areas and remote areas choice when they don't have those options, and we want to make sure we're doing the right thing.
Good. Supplementary.
Mr. Speaker, this minister was quoted today saying that she believes not-for-profit childcare is ideological. Only this Liberal government could say that 30 years of research and study on childcare is ideological. Those 30 years of research show that childcare delivered by not-for-profit and public models offer greater quality of care than a market-driven approach. When you remove the profit motive, there is more funding for special needs children, subsidies to improve access. It leads to lower fees for families. We could even pay ECEs the salaries they deserve. We strongly believe that childcare is a public service, not something that should be traded on the stock exchange. Again, Speaker, will the minister commit to supporting public, not-for-profit childcare, or does the minister believe that childcare should be provided by for-profit companies where quality care is compromised?
Minister responsible for early years and childcare.
Again, Mr. Speaker, I want to thank the member opposite for this question, and I will tell you that transforming the way we deliver childcare in this province is a priority. That's why the Premier created this place and made me the minister responsible for this, because we understand that families need support. So we are doing our best to build the system up and do the right thing. One of the things we did is we went around the province and talked to thousands of families, either in person or online. And here's what they told us. They told us they needed access, and they told us that they needed affordable care. So we need to build that into the system. We need to give families in the north and in remote areas the options that they need. Sometimes some of these areas only have for-profit centres in those areas. So we need to ensure that we're creating those spaces there.
Answer.
We also need to ensure that we're creating spaces and the support in urban areas. All Ontarians will be getting the childcare that they need.
Question.